Thank you for visiting JacksonSun.com. I am Aubrey Neely, a junior in the AV production class at Southside High School. Today, I am joining high school sports columnist Brandon Shields. Well, today we're going to start off with 3 and Out. So, Brandon, can you tell us about TCA and Jackson Christian?
I sure can. There's a bunch of big games that have playoff implications going on this week in rural West Tennessee high school football, and this is one of them that's definitely close to the top of the list. It's for second place in Region 6-2A. TCA and Jackson Christian both have 3-1 records. They both lost to Adamsville, and they both beaten everybody else in the region. So essentially, the winner of this game is going to be second. The loser will be third. The main difference for that, the reason why you want to be second place in the region, is that the top 2 teams in each region will host a playoff game in the first round. So pretty much the winner of this game gets to play at home next week, while the team who loses will have to travel. Both teams have been playing well recently, but they had the tougher teams on their schedule early in the year. They've both been showing that they do well when they go against teams that are closer to, I guess, their competition level. So we can really get to see who's better between these teams this week.
Next, we have St. George and USJ.
Yeah, for the last 8 years since USJ went to Division II, this has been a region or a district championship game between these two teams. Whether they meet early in the season or late in the season, they always finish in the top 2. They both kind of already secured top 2 spots in the district this year, beating the other 2 teams, Tipton Rosemont and Fayette Academy. USJ has been playing good defense lately. They held Briarcrest in Division II AA to 7 points last week in a 13-7 win. When you add that in with the fact that usually their offense is really good, their pass offense led by Jacob Bowie with Wells Smith and Ryan Miller being the 2 main guys in there, plus the line with guys like Trey Smith and Rhett Peel up there blocking, everything just kind of works really well for them. And if their defense works as well as it did last week against Briarcrest, they have a really good shot at winning their first region championship or district championship in 4 years.
And we have Milan and South Gibson.
Yeah, Milan and South Gibson. This is it's kind of developed into a rivalry. South Gibson's first year to play varsity football was 2011, and then the second year they went 10-0 in 2012, including a win over Milan. That's the only time that they've beaten Milan in their history. This week, when they play, this one also has playoff implications. Both of them are going to be on the road next week. One will be at Raleigh, Egypt, the Region A3A champion. The other one will be at Bolivar, the runner-up from A3A. Whoever wins this game will go to Bolivar. Whoever loses will go to Raleigh, Egypt. But both of those, the road trip is going to be tough no matter which team they go to. But you always want to try to avoid the region champion. So the winner of this will go to Bolivar, and both teams have a good shot at doing it because they both have really effective rush offenses.
And we have Huntington and Bruceton.
Huntington and Bruceton. This is an interesting matchup because Bruceton boasts of having the top rusher in rural West Tennessee. Xavion Johnson has, I think, 1,843 yards. He has over 1,800 yards, and if he has a pretty good night against Huntington, he'll break the 2,000-yard mark before the regular season's over with. They've had a good season. They're coming in 6-3. Their only loss in region play is to the region champion Wayne County, which pretty much Huntington can say the same thing. But Huntington has looked a little more impressive in their wins. Plus, they have more depth. But Huntington's had their problems at times this year. They don't have as many linemen as what they're used to. So if Huntington kind of or Bruceton has a good night against Huntington, they could really jump up and surprise a lot of people and get a win over Huntington.
And last but not least, we have Waverly at Riverside.
Yeah, this one is essentially, there's going to be a lot of people who say this isn't a true region championship game, but when both teams have the chance to win the region championship just by winning this game, it's a region championship game. So Riverside, if you win this game, you're the region champions of 5-2A. If you do lose, you have the possibility of falling all the way back to third place in the region, having to travel next week in the first round of the playoffs. But there is a good chance for Riverside to win this. They've got an athletic team with Drake Smith, Cannon Duke, Kyle Roach, and some other guys on there that have been really good at moving the ball around and playing good defense. And they're going to need to play really good defense because Waverly's backfield, their quarterback, their running back are both really good, really fast, and they have made a lot of people look, a lot of defenses look worse than what they actually are. So Riverside's defense is really going to be tested in this one, but if they pass that test, the Panthers have a good chance of winning their first region championship in 6 years.
Thank you, Brandon. That's all for 3 and Out.
See ya.